Na, mint vagyok újra megint. Elnézést. Annyi baj van ebből az egész szarral. Most meg leállt a felvétel, tehát hogy ja. De amúgy én itt Dante vagyok, tehát ja. Folytassuk.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Remember when we were younger? And we all used to
Az
play
előbb
here?
elakadt a felvétel véletlenül.
Roderick, Asher.
Ezelőtt meg benyitottak.
We'd all be out here for hours.
Most meg megint
Where was I?
probléma akadt, de
You
most
weren't
már
born yet.
kiszabáltam.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the lord in training, and never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Kicsit belehallatszik ez a ropogtató, mint a kekszet. Bocsássatok meg érte,
What's the matter?
szerintem nem
Lord Whitehill has arrived.
hallatszik bele
Unannounced
annyira,
and certainly
de
unexpected.
meglátjuk.
He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
I'd rather stay here. Tell him I'm busy at the moment.
Perhaps the Lord could play games after he tends to business.
He's right. It's okay. You should go.
Fine. Let's be done with it.
Hát, hogy rosszat választottam, nem tudom.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you said you wished to stay. If you wish to stay lord of this house, then show him the same defiance.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Foresters finally get their due.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Foresters.
My apologies. Please forgive us.
Forgive you? Not likely. You Foresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been
Ennyi
his
volt,
bannermen
bocsánat,
for
csak
5
ennyire is
fucking
voltam, hogy
centuries.
bekaptam
You cunt.
pár szelet kekszet.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Lord Whitehill, please.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Remélem
Our
nagyon
share
nem
was
zavar
taken
senki.
from us.
Még egy
and
pár
our fucking
autócsapkodás
choice was to
is van,
harvest what was left.
mert
What
eszembe
is
jött
it you
kekszért,
want, Lord
mert nem
Whitehill?
hoztam. Ezt is bocsássátok meg nagyon... Vagy hát, légy szíves. Jaj, itt van az, aki megtámadta Izét. Akivel volt
Your man, the
eleinte.
squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his
Because
lordship here
business
said,
aren't here.
when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason. It was your man who started it. How do you
Nem
answer for
válaszoltam
your
véletlenül,
squire,
elolvastam
Lord
nagyjából, el akarom
Ethan?
fordítani.
He acted in your name.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type.
Na,
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
na.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Könyvek. Úgy gondoltam, hogy könyv veszlek.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Könyvek vagy ilyenek lesznek benne.
Ethan made this for me.
Itt egy papír. Ez egy levél, vagy mi? Read.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Jó. De itt van még egy kony, de én már megnéztem az előbb.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. The once belonged to Lady Elena.
Köszönöm. Állj föl, cica. És menjünk. Mondjuk. Look at them. Köszönöm. Tudja, hogy itt egy könyv.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Szerintem. Ennyi? Ó, milyen szép lesz itt a
King's
kilátás.
Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Szép lett a kilátás. Nagyon jó. Szuper. Hopp, itt is van valami.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Na, kikapog vagy kijön hozzánk. Engedjük csak be. Egy gyorsabban tudunk sétálni.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Later would be best.
Of course, ma'am.
Most kiküldtem. Elküldtük.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first.
No.
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you...
Várjatok egy másodpercre, rákukkantok. Jó. Itt vagyok, bocsánat.
My lady.
Csak elment az internet a
I knew I
szolgáltatótól,
could trust
és most viszi közben meg már a videót, azt már csinálja a YouTube. Tehát már teszem
See if
közzé,
the Crown
felvettem,
Regent is
és
ready
már
to
rakom is
receive us.
közzé. Szia!
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another. Good luck.
Na, most valamit kell, nagyjából nem vágtam. Nem nagyon értettem. Valamit lesz most itt. Találkozok valakivel, szerintem valami. Az a törpe ember, vagy ez a pici? Ja,
You can do this.
össze minden én. Ja, én vettem át az irányítást. Az a törpe. Aha, arra csőre
Lady Marjorie, aren't you
meg
looking
erre
lovely
is
this evening?
emlékszem.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for
Śmierdź.
centuries. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. Is it any wonder you were so impertinent to ask which king deserves your loyalty, if you have any loyalty at all? Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester.
No.
Lady Marjorie
Ugye az
might
előbb,
not
hogy
favorably on
megnéztem
such an alliance,
a közét
and it
utána,
would
vagyis hát
infuriate
a
Cersei.
töltöm a YouTube-ra,
Although what would be
50%-nál
amusing
jár,
for me
vagyis
might
fel
prove
lesz
rather
töltve,
dangerous for you
mégis
and your
szerintem
house.
most
Are you willing to risk them?
4 óra van.
It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Na, az is vége volt, beszéltünk velük. Ez azt írta le, szerintem, hogy ezt olvastam.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah?
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. It's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Nagyon megint nem nagyon beszélek
King's Landing
amúgy,
can be
hogy
exhausting sometimes.
nincs mit mondani valóm,
There's
inkább
always someone
figyelek a
to
sztorira,
please or
meg
some
a
perceived slight
karaktereket,
to smooth
mi
over.
van, meg hogy van.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once you know the true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise, but my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
Motor.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
No. Becsuktam gyorsan az ajtót.
You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Na most vele is beszéltünk. Egy jót. Na végre már visszatértünk ide ez a gyerekhez. Paci.
Seven elves.
Basszus. Az szó, hogy találkozunk valakivel, és fegyverünk sincsen. Mit csináltok le?
Let's play a little game, shall we?
Lássuk.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it for these foresters?
Azért egy picit megkínozták.
A day, my lord. Two at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen.
Meghallották.
There.
Hoppá.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Inkább elszaladtam, mint hogy ott balhely legyen, azután meg megölnek engem, meg ilyesmi. Maradhattam volna, de lehet, hogy nem vesznek észre, akkor meg ilyen. Nem tudom, inkább a run. Inkább elfutok, mint hogy ott maradtam volna.
As I was saying, you are young.
Inkább elfutottam.
And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Most nem hittem volna, mert akkor azt a választási lehetőséget, hogy maradjak ott kis
generations of forester lords stand behind you.
Mindegy ez.
Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn.
No.
These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every forester lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
No.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Missed.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Hát most...
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord, I fled.
We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed, and not two coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
Calm yourself.
The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forrester. Now there's only chaos.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they
Szerintem
please.
látod
Their
ezt is
lords will
már
not
egy
permit it.
részben, hogy szerintem itt
Send him to the
tolvajkodott,
wall.
nem tudom, ha elengedik lesz, hát én inkább megölném most. Így is hód, cucc.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me,
Mindenki azt mondja, hogy tolvaj az egész város, most hajnánk egy dolgot, akkor lehet, hogy mindenki rosszra. Inkább...
Please, my lord, my family depends on me.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironwrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No, please, my lord!
Majd most mindenki azt mondja, hogy thief.
Please, no!
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence.
Én így döntött.
But I am willing to carry it out.
I will carry out the sentence.
This is injustice, my lord!
Chop? Na? Úgy. Akkor le van tudva már. Tiff, most ne lopkodj. De most...
That was certainly unpleasant.
elmenek
The
így.
Lord must mete out punishment.
Akkor
when
lehet
it's
belőle
due.
baj lesz azért, de most...
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Szerintem értelmesebb
What's
volt
right?
most ezt megcsinálni, hát a ti tolvajtól,
Maester,
nem.
I
Akkor az a
cannot
pasasba én
support
megbízok
mutilation.
abba, akinek
You heard
kivágott
what
az
the thief
arca, ha
said.
ő nem
I
mondta volna
expect this sort of
direkt
thing will
azt,
happen
hogy
again.
tolvaj.
But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty.
ja.
You need someone you can trust by your side.
Nem mondtam volna.
Someone you can rely on, no
direkt,
matter the
hogy,
circumstance.
But Maester, that is what the small council is for.
Tolvaj.
My lord, you of all people should know that too many voices muddy the message. That is why there is one lord above all. And so there must be one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see. Take it.
Semmit nem mondtam,
Don't
mert nem
speak
odafigyeltem,
if you're ready
bocsánat,
to
hogy
convene the small
hátrafele
council,
néztem
my
meg az
lord.
utcára. Meg a órát néztem, mert idő. Kell majd mennem. Megbízok abba a pasasba. No, szerintem akkor ebből is ennyi elég szerintem. Felvettük ezt a videót is. Nagyon köszönöm a figyelmet. Majd még jelentkezek ilyen videóval, ennek az még 3 vagy 4 epizódját még ki fogom játszani. persze lőgösen videóra veszem, egy kis csigó videó is majd lesz, és akkor nagyon köszönöm, nem most már, és nagyon köszönöm a figyelmet, még egyszer én itt Dante voltam, sziasztok!